The entire Silk Road was like a bustling ecosystem. It spurred like this explosion of trade and commerce, even religion.
The Silk Road study definitely weaved in between all of our classes. It combined science, humanities, writing.
You learn how to learn by studying anything in depth. Through studying geography, belief system, economics, across time, it comes alive for them.
One of the things that I love about this project is that it really builds on all of the skills that students have been developing across their time at the middle school. How to ask a research question, how to structure an argumentative essay, how to put together a creative science project.
In 7th grade, you have to find an artifact on the Silk Road and then become an expert. The one I chose was the crossbow. It originated in China. They started mass producing these crossbows. It brought China to power in a way that it never had before.
The 8th grade, every single student got to become an expert in one living thing, in its biology, but also from a humanities lens, how it impacted trade, economics, religion throughout history.
My species is cotton. The gassy pole is a toxin found in cottonseed. Through humanities, I learned about how really large countries formed monopolies over the cotton industry because they were in prime climates for producing cotton.
The interesting thing about these types of research projects is inevitably students find themselves asking questions that demand investigation of primary literature.
I'd never read pharmaceutical journals. I had to read all sorts of studies on saffron and its healing abilities.
Annotating, I got so much better at annotating.
It made our writing that much better because now we knew that these sources were trustworthy and we could find other sources that were connected to them.
The 8th graders at the end of their research have an opportunity to defend their abstract.
What part did it play in medicine?
Everybody who was getting the plague or was at risk was buying loads of saffron. You have to have this super solid understanding of your species, and that really pushes you. One of the chemicals that makes up a majority of saffron actually has the ability to block cancer cells from making lactase.
What happens, which is so exciting to see, they slowly realize how much they really know. All this research has really settled into them.
I made these claims and I actually stand by these claims because I was able to do the research myself.
At the end of the curriculum, we have a Silk Road Bazaar. It's an authentic way to explain to parents and other members of the Nueva community what they've learned from their research.
You can see how over time things start moving in different directions.
All of the students who studied Alexander the Great would be in a room together having a public discourse on how Alexander the Great was important to the Silk Road.
I definitely learned a lot about the different countries along the Silk Road and how their borders changed from then until now.
Classes at my old school were mainly focused on the United States. I learned so much about all these different cultures which I knew close to nothing about. The Silk Road project was actually one that I really will value for the rest of my life.